turned it over to a wonderful windjammer, and that has reborn her again. And I should say it should be good for another 100 years. Invite me for her merging boards, and it was wonderful. And the boat is in top shape, and it's a very wonderful boat. Captain on this wonderful trip that I made with a windjammer of American Eagle. Okay.
Minutes after 8, correspondent Steve Fox travels America for us, and this morning he tells us about some people whose roots are in the sea.
This is a story about a couple of American families who, for decades, have made their living in a very tough, demanding profession. But the younger family members are turning away from the traditional family business, and their elders are glad. It's 5 o'clock in the morning. Unlike most days this time of year, the weather is good. Calm, about 40 degrees, not much wind. The fishing trawler American Eagle and her 4-man crew have been sailing east, away from the coast, since leaving harbor at 2 a.m. They're about 2 miles out to sea now, trawling for their first catch of the day. Dawn is coming.
Well, we drag our nets in the bottom of the ocean. In other words, what's in front of this net, if there's fish in front of it, we'll catch them. If there isn't that much fish, we don't catch so much. It's a gamble.
While the captain, Joe Piscatello, stays in the pilot house, the men relax below deck, and brother Gus Piscatello cooks breakfast.
So we were sailing, 16 men aboard this boat. So the cook quit. So one of the shipmates said, "Where'd you go cook?" I said, "I don't know how to cook." Yeah, I said, "As long as you cook some spaghetti at night and meat and fish, and fried fish." So I started doing it, and I've been cooked for 30 years.
Joe and his crew are Gloucester fishermen. They are men of iron who still go down to the sea in ships of wood. Men who keep alive the centuries-old local tradition of hard work and courage, a tradition begun more than 300 years ago here in Gloucester, Massachusetts, America's oldest fishing port. 90% of the 200-boat Gloucester fishing fleet are owned by local Italian families. Joe Piscatello's family began fishing the local waters when his father arrived from Italy 72 years ago.
My father went fishing, so I had to go fishing. My folks didn't have anything when they came over here, and I had to help them out. It's a tough life. You're out in the sea, tossed around for 7, 8, 10 days. There's no future in it. It's a tough life.
Despite the rugged, dangerous conditions, big industrial boats still go as far as 200 miles out to sea for 7 to 10 days at a time, while smaller day ships, like Joe's, work 6 days a week, returning home every night, weather permitting. Joe's crew earned $22,000 last year and considered themselves lucky. After 3 hours of dragging the net, the men hauled it back on board to sort out the catch.
Okay, here's a codfish. Here's a hake. We even got a shoe. Beer cans, everything.
After sorting, the fish are lowered below deck, packed in ice, and readied for shipment to market. The weather this day caused no problems, unlike the countless killer storms of the past, which have claimed more than 8,000 fishermen's lives, men lost at sea during the past 3 centuries.
Yeah, we had quite a few of them. They didn't come home.
Just torn apart by the sea?
No, they just disappeared.
If a boat goes down like that in, say, the winter, in bad weather, what are the odds of anyone surviving?
No, there's no odds.
They're not going to survive?
No.
The danger and the desire to spend more time with his family caused Sam Parisi to quit fishing and start a marine supply store. But Sam still remembers what a bad storm was like.
Visualize this for 48 hours in a boat, doing nothing but going this way, that way, bouncing all around, and you're 200 miles away from land. And if you've been on some of these carnival rides, maybe 5 minutes, 10 minutes, you can hack it. But picture 48 hours. All right, pass down the meatball.
Sam Parisi is a member of the Piscatello family by marriage. Once a week, they all get together for a big Italian feast. But it's more than a meal or a get-together, really. It's a celebration of a chance to be with loved ones and a chance to tell new fishing stories.
You have to use a 5-inch mesh so that the little fish will get away.
For fishermen's wives, these get-togethers are precious because they are so rare.
It's their life, really. You have to wait all the time for them to come home, worry that they're all right, you know.
Did you ever try and talk him into doing something else for a living and giving up fishing?
No.
Why not?
He didn't know how to do anything else but fishing. That was his life. That's all he did.
But despite the hardships, the danger, and the time away from home, the men of Gloucester continue to fish because it is what they know how to do and because they are proud of being able to do it.
Fishermen have a lot of pride. Fishermen are considered honest people, hard-working people. They want to make the dollar. They want to prove to themselves that they're number one. You know, the old thing is, I'm going to do it my best, okay? And I think that's what keeps them going.